Hi, I'm Sarah and this is Full of Wit. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Not that I've done very much, so I'm not really differing that much, but regardless, I'm going to be doing a yarn haul. So, in light of Yarn Love 2022 and all of the inspiration that I get from Tony Lipsy at TL Yarn Crafts, I really wanted to start incorporating fiber arts more into my channel. So I decided to start that off with this little haul that I got. It's, like I said, it's little, it's not anything crazy. I definitely don't have a large stash like some creators. But when I do get new yarn, I do like to celebrate that. Sometimes I'll post online about it. If you don't follow me, check out my Instagram, Full of Wit Vlog. There I do share some about my yarn creations, but anyway, I just wanted to share some of the exciting things that I got. So go ahead and grab yourself a beverage. I have a lemonade here. It might have a little bit of gin in it. It's the weekend, I can do that. So good. So yes, let's go ahead and get started. First off is my most recent purchase, and it's the one I just happen to have sitting out. So this is, I don't even know what it's called, because I just picked it up at Michael's like 15 minutes ago. So it is from Loops and Threads, the Impeccable line. And let's see, what are the details here? It's a number 4 worsted weight yarn, 285 yards, 4.5 ounces. So yeah, that tracks. In the color clear blue, and there it is, 100% acrylic. Now, I have never, ever used an acrylic yarn. Shocking, I know, because that's what everyone uses. Everyone, everywhere, uses acrylic yarn. I just really like natural fibers, whether that's cotton, wool, cashmere, silk, bamboo, anything like that. Even Lysol, because it is derived from plants, I really like using. But when it comes to anything acrylic or, see, I don't even remember what kinds of man-made yarn there are because I never use them. Polyester, that's the word I was looking for. So acrylic or polyester. I just tend to steer away from them. I've never really liked the feeling of them. When I go into a yarn store and I feel a yarn, it feels weird on my hands. And I also do try and be as eco-conscious as possible. And of course we could have a conversation about sustainability and accessibility. And I am not knocking anyone who does regularly use acrylic yarn. That is so not what I'm doing here. I buy yarn very infrequently, and so typically I am able to find yarns that are made of natural fibers, are hand dyed, come from smaller businesses of dyers and spinners, that sort of thing. So like I said, I buy yarn very infrequently. And for those that don't, or they make more things than I do, I mean, my output is not anything impressive. I did this in less than a week, and that for me was, wow, super crazy. So I don't have any kind of small business or anything like that. That would require a larger amount of yarn for a lower cost. So yeah, accessibility aside, my accessibility is a little bit more, I have more accessibility than some people might. And I also, like I said, buy yarn less frequently so that I can get nicer yarn. So that's why I typically use natural fibers. but I am doing a pattern test for a maker, for a designer, and I just couldn't find a yarn that would work. I had a cotton yarn, but I used most of it just doing one of the 2 panels of the bag, and I was like, I'm gonna have to go to Bloomington, which is a 2-hour, or it's not a 2-hour drive, it's like an hour to an hour and a half drive, just to get more of this yarn. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be in Bloomington, you know, probably very soon, at least not before the pattern is due. So, or the test, yeah, the test pattern, creating the test pattern. I'm not gonna be able to get that yarn before it's due. That's all I'm saying. So I was trying to figure out what to do next. I tried some of my other yarns that I happen to have. That's the downside of having a smaller stash, is that I'm a lot of the time have to go out and get yarn for a specific project because I don't keep very much in my stash. So on one hand, it's nice because I get more excited about a project when I go get specific yarn for it. But on the other hand, it doesn't mean that it's a little bit inconvenient when I want to start on something right away, or I need to start on something right away. So all of that being said, I decided to get this blue acrylic yarn. So we'll see how it goes. I'll do a swatch of it, and yeah, we'll see what I think. So next, I guess moving a little bit out of timeline of when I got things, because I'm saving my big purchase for last. The next thing that I got was actually 2 items. I did post on my Instagram stories about this. I got a new hook bag, or yeah, it's not really a bag, pouch, container for the new hooks that I also got in the same order. Now, I don't really like to buy from Amazon for a number of reasons, not the least of which is that Amazon is a horrible company that treats their workers poorly and pays them poorly, and also is terrible for the environment. So yeah, I generally don't like to buy from Amazon if I can help it. I do have a Prime membership though, because I guess I'm just a world of contradictions all in this one medium-sized body. So I decided to get some crochet hooks and this bag pouch thing. It's a pretty design. They had a lot to choose from, and I don't even remember who created it. I don't know who sells it. I was just looking for crochet hook bags on Amazon, and this came up. I looked at probably a dozen different ones trying to find the right one, and this is what I settled on based on the price and also the design. So the other thing that you can see in here is my Clover Amore crochet hooks that I finally caved and bought. So I'll go into those next. But the first side is these hooks, hook elastic spots right here, and it does at the bottom. I know other people put their crochet hooks the other way, so the hook is at the top, but I like being able to see this part because it has the size on them, and then I also just like protecting the hooks down here. And then I keep the other 2 that I got in this pouch right here, which is pretty chill. It's not like huge, but it does have space for a couple more hooks. And then on the other side, I just have a couple wooden hooks in here. I don't have very many wooden hooks that aren't Tunisian, so it's very similar. The bottom here is, instead of the mesh, it's the same kind of fabric that the rest of this is made out of. And these are, from what I can tell, slightly smaller elastic widths of, you know, delineations in the elastic. And then there's this weird little pouch that's, it's not actually, like, it does come out a little bit further. It's just wasn't like ironed or anything like that. So it's, yeah, a little bit odd, but I don't have anything in there right now because I don't really have anything to put in there. And I guess I can close it. Can I? Yes, there we go. And then lastly, there are 2 elastic spots right here for, I'm guessing, like tools that are larger, so scissors, a larger hook, that sort of thing. So overall, I think it was a decent purchase. It was under $15 and it serves my needs right now. I like to keep my crochet hooks all in pouches like this because, one, I have a dog who likes to eat everything, especially my hooks. Now that I've gotten these clover amore hooks with the ergonomic handles, amore, I don't know. Now that I've gotten these ergonomic handles, he loves anything silicone or similar mediums, so he's been trying to eat them unsuccessfully because I know his tricks. But at any rate, I keep all my stuff in pouches because it's also easier to store. I don't have a specific spot for, well, I do have a specific spot, but it's in our coffee table. We have two slots that go all the way across. It's just open underneath the table. So I just store everything kind of stacked in one of those, and it just makes things easier to keep them in pouches. So that's what I do. Drink break. You like my rainbow straw? It's Pride Month. Yeah. I'm bisexual, so yay Pride. Also, even if I wasn't, yay Pride. Know what I mean? So let's see, that is not new. That is also not new. Let's move on to the big stuff. This is my Lion brand package. Oh, I've been waiting for this for ages. And by ages, I mean like a week and a half, 2 weeks. So forever. And it's beautiful. You know what I mean? It's just beautiful. There's just something about opening a package of yarn that is amazing. Also, I love the fact that there's very minimal packaging. It's literally just a box with a bunch of yarn in it. There's some that's wrapped in plastic, but I think it comes as a pack a lot of the time, so they just put the pack in, which I understand, you know. Packing orders is not fun. If you've never worked in a warehouse, I understand, is all I'm saying. So, first things first, I got a kit from Lion brand, and I love that they have kits. I think that's so cool. And I got the mulberry afghan from Tony, of course. So I got this cute little card, and it's just an introduction. I won't read it or anything like that, but so that's what that's doing in there. And then let's see. So I really only got a couple of different kinds of yarn. I mean, I would act like this is going to be a short video, but it's not, because I love long form videos and I also have a lot to say about a very small amount of items. So here we go. Anyway. Oh, that's so cool. Approved by Knitted Knockers. Soft, comfortable knit prosthetics for breast cancer survivors. Well, that's cool. I wish they did crochet too, because then I could do something for them, but I guess Knitted Knockers sounds catchier. Also, well, I'm not going to get into how I feel about the politics of more people seemingly more people knitting than crocheting, and like, yeah, there's a whole lot there. So I'm going to leave that alone and continue. So this is coboo. And let me go ahead and get into the specifics. So did I say lyocell earlier? I'm pretty sure that's a plant derivative. I think it's eucalyptus, because this is 51% cotton, 49% rayon from bamboo. So maybe not all rayon is from bamboo and this one is. I think that's the difference there. This is in the shade mauve. Mauve. It is, oh, this is number 3. Huh. yeah, I guess this is a DK weight. So I got this in the shade mauve, and then I also got pale pink. White. And peach. So as you can see, it's a really shiny, pretty yarn. I haven't decided quite what I'm going to do with these yet. I just, like I said, really love natural fibers and wanted to do something with those. So let's see. There are 100-gram balls, 3.5 ounces. Oh, this machine washable and dryable. Okay, I guess I'm making some wearables with those. Love to see it. Next is my absolute favorite yarn ever, and that is Pima cotton. The first time I actually tried Pima cotton was with Lion brand. So they probably have 10 or 12 shades. I think I would have to check, but it's something like that. It's not a huge line, but they're really affordable. I think they're like $6 for, let's see, this is the same 100-gram skein or 100-gram ball, 3.5 ounces. So yeah, and it's just so pretty. Like, look at that. That's Rain Cloud. So I got 2 of those, and then I got 2 of Patagonia. Don't we love that variegated colorway? Is it technically a variegated colorway if it's not hand dyed? I don't know. These are also machine washable, gentle cycle, tumble dry. So more garments. It's summer. Everybody needs garments in the summer. So I also haven't decided what I'm going to do with these. I almost, when I was going through my stash to try and find something for this pattern, I almost used these Pima cotton, but then I was like, it would just be wasted because I'm making a bag and a hat. You know what I mean? Like, they don't need to be super soft, luxurious cotton, which this is like not the most luxurious cotton there is out there. There's nicer Pima cotton, there's Egyptian cotton, but it is nicer, you know, and it's $6, but it's also $6 for, you know, are these different? Oh, that's so weird. I just realized this one, the Patagonia, is only 85 grams, and this one's 100 grams. That's so weird. Why would they do that? I think they're the same price too. Maybe it's more expensive to produce this? I mean, I would imagine it is because it's multiple colors instead of just one, but weird. Oh, I love this thing, but I'm cold. One sec. I'm warmer now. This is funny because this is also a crop top, but whatever. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so this, on the other hand, is 4.5 ounces. So, of course, the difference, and this was a couple bucks. Like, I think I literally paid like $2 for it because, $2 or $3 because it was on sale and it was only like $4.99 to begin with. So obviously this is a lot cheaper, and it just makes more sense for me to use that for something that I'm not necessarily wearing. And that doesn't necessarily mean that I value what I'm creating any less. It's just about, it's just reasonable. It just makes the most sense. It's what's sensible. So yeah, long story short, that's why I ended up going with this acrylic for the project, but I'm really excited to figure out something to do with these. I might make another one of these crochet tops with that. I haven't decided yet, so we'll see. Next, I got a tape measure because I only have I have two tape measures. One of them is just a long one that it's not like part of anything. And the other one, it's not part of anything. That doesn't even make any sense. It's just a long, it's literally like tape. It doesn't like I can't spool it. You know what I mean? It doesn't have like the automatic spooling thing. Words are hard. It's not like this. And so this one is actually a Lion brand one. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to hold it. Sorry. Bad form. But it's really cute. It's like a faux leather and it has a little tag on the end. So yeah, I just thought it was only a couple bucks. And I mean, you can always use more tape measures. I have been trying to gather supplies to make a second notions bag because I only have one notions bag right now that I use for pretty much everything. It's this cute little it has cacti on it. I don't know if you can really tell, but I have all of my darning needles, my one set of snippers, my other retractable, that's the word, retractable, my other retractable tape measure, and then some stitch markers. So I've been trying to get stuff together to make a second notions bag just so I can have more than one project going on, and I would really like to be able to leave a notions bag in the bedroom and a notions bag in the living room, because those are the two main places that I crochet. And basically I'll either take the notions bag with the stuff from the bedroom and take that with me if that's the project I'm working on, or I'll take the notions bag with the other projects in the living room if I need to go somewhere. So it just simplifies things to have two. I know some people have many more than that. I am not one of those people. I just need a couple. So yeah. And then I also got some more darning needles that apparently I didn't need to get because these are the same effing size. Gosh darn it. I'm trying really hard not to curse because I don't know who's watching these videos. That's so frustrating. These are really the exact same size as the ones I already have. Looking at them on the website, this is the hard thing about looking at stuff on the website. I think they're actually even longer than some of the other ones I have. There is something that drives me nuts about darning needles. So when you're weaving in ends, obviously you don't want to make your ends like super duper long because it wastes yarn. And then like, what do you do with the rest of those yarn scraps? So I would really love to have a darning needle that's like 1 inch long. Not so like 2 inches total, or like 1 3/4, where you just have the eye and then you have maybe 1 inch instead of this like 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Like, they're ridiculously huge and it's so unnecessary. Who is making these decisions and why haven't they asked me? I don't know. It's a mystery. But that's super frustrating. So I got darning needles, or tapestry needles, or yarn needles, whatever you want to call them. But apparently that was pointless. So the last couple things that I got were for the mulberry afghan, which I'm very excited to make. So this is the one that came in the package, totally understandably. It's just their white basic stitch anti-pilling yarn. Let me get this open actually. Oh, that's really easy. Didn't need to be that dramatic. This is like fairly soft. Machine washable and dryable, of course, because it's 100% acrylic. So oh, there's so much acrylic yarn in my life right now and it's giving me hives probably. I don't know. I just don't like acrylic. I don't like acrylic clothes. Most of my clothes are cotton or something like that. I have a lot of cotton clothes actually. And it's not to say that cotton is always more sustainable, because it's not necessarily always more sustainable. But especially like with the amount of water and like poor labor practices that go into a lot of cotton production. So it's an ethical thing that has a lot of caveats and limitations, but it's also just a texture thing. So I'm branching out. I'm going to try these, but just know that it's going to stress me out. But maybe I'll be like turned on to acrylic and it'll be fine. You know what I mean? I don't know. And the very last thing that I'm very excited about is the mandala ombre. Ah, ah. Yeah, it's so pretty. So I have 3 skeins of the basic stitch, and then I have 2 skeins of, or 2 balls of the mandala ombre, or cakes. I think these are cakes. Also 100% acrylic, machine washable and dryable. So these are both worsted weight, number 4. Which makes sense because they're for the mulberry afghan, and that's what it calls for. It was part of the kit. So I also got a downloadable pattern that I will probably print out. I think will be easiest. Actually, I may not even, because it's such a simple, yeah, it really is so simple. So I may not do that. But anyway, at any rate, I'm just excited to do this and try out a blanket. I've never made a full blanket before. I've only made 2 baby blankets. I made 2 baby blankets. And also I love Tunisian crochet, so that'll be really nice. And it's just another project to keep me occupied in between making garments and things like that, doing pattern tests. I'm hoping to do more pattern tests soon, so we'll see how that goes. And I think that's everything. Yeah, don't have much of anything else to do. So thank you for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy Pride again, like I said, and yeah, just keep crafting. Hopefully I will post again soon. Maybe I'll do a podcast and do an update. Who knows? Everybody loves a good podcast in video format. So yeah, I think that's everything. Have fun, be safe, make good choices, and I will see you next time. Bye.